wonderful friends. I am so glad you've come back for another look at some things we've been eating around here lately. I have some delicious stuff to show you this time around, and with the exception of one thing, I think most of these are things that I have not showed on my channel before. So that's going to be fun to take a look at some different things that we have had to eat lately. They were all really good. So let's get right on into this video, you guys, and be sure to stay tuned all the way to the end because I'm going to show you the most delicious sub sandwich. Yes, move over a Subway or Jimmy John's. You got to take a look at this sandwich I made. First up, I am making pork carnitas. Do these not look so delicious? And they were. Okay, out of my freezer, I got about a 2-pound pork loin here. I am going to add to this bag my seasonings. I'm going to use some of the Kinder's blend. I'm going to use some cumin and orange juice. I'm loosely following the back of this little package here that I'm getting ready to show you the directions on that for these carnitas. So this is what inspired this meal. I saw this by Old El Paso, the pork carnitas, only I am not doing mine in the slow cooker. That's the only difference. So you can see here I've got everything added into the bag. I'm just kind of getting it all smushed around there. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let this marinate for just a little bit. Next, I've cut my meat up into about the size pieces I wanted, kind of fajita size. They'll cook down some when they start cooking. And I've got an onion cut up there in some rings. And I'm going to add in this leftover marinade as this is cooking. I'll show you that here in a second. But I am going to cook this on my griddle on my stove top. And so I've just gotten all of that on there. I've cooked in a little bit of olive oil. And I'm just wanting to get a good browning on this meat and these onions to get a little bit brown as they're cooking. After I've got a little bit of a brown on there, got it all stirred around, I'm going to put this leftover marinade that was in the bag, just going to pour that across all of this and let that cook out. Now here's where I'm varying a bit, also not cooking in the slow cooker of course, but I'm going to go in with this package of seasoning now and sprinkle that over top of my meat and onions, and oh my goodness, the flavor on this was delicious. Getting the color on here that I want, I'm going to go in with just a little bit of water and I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit, and that will cause this to continue cooking and getting tender, but it will not be continuing to get a dark color or burn or stick, something like that. If you've been around here long and you've seen me fry anything, you know that that is my trick to get everything very tender and moist without getting it too dry or burning. That is a wonderful trick, and look how good these look, you guys. Oh my word. I sprinkled a little bit of dry cilantro over the top. They were so delicious. Now I can't show you this plated up because I was making this to take to a fellowship meal. I wanted to show you my best Goodwill find of all time. I showed this in a video maybe a year or two ago. This is a La Crusade cast iron baking dish that I found at Goodwill for $4.99 and it retailed for $79.99. So that was such a steal. I just put all of my pork carnitas in that baking dish and gave those a quick heat in the oven before it was time to eat. Those were so good. I highly recommend trying this seasoning if you haven't tried it. It was a winner. For the next meal, I made some barbecue chicken tenders and a great side called chicken in a biscuit. It is my mom's recipe and I'm going to tell you how to make it today. We love this whole meal. It's comfort food at its best, so let's get into it. I have some chicken tenders here that I just put a little paprika, garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of flour, and I'm frying those up. After they are completely done, I'm going to go in with this barbecue sauce and I'm going to let it simmer together. That is how I like to make barbecue chicken. Now for the side dish called chicken and a biscuit. I've never seen this recipe anywhere else ever. It's my mom's recipe. You basically use canned biscuits, and before there were the big grands, there were only the small canned biscuits. So that's what my mom always used. You use 1 can of cream of chicken to 1 can of milk. Add some salt and pepper, pour that over top, and bake it. Simple as can be, but let me tell you, it is so, so good. It's kind of like a chicken and a dumpling type of feel, I guess. I don't know. It's just my mom's recipe, and this is how she made it. And we often had it with fried chicken or some sort of chicken meal, barbecue chicken like I'm serving it today. It is such an easy and quick side, and you just bake it, I don't know, 375 or so for maybe 25 minutes or so. Just keep an eye on it. You just want your biscuits to get cooked all the way through. Now you can see here that my chicken has all browned up, and again, like I just said in the last clip, I've gone in with just a little bit of water to let that steam until it's completely done. Look at this, so, so delicious. And then I had some leftover barbecue sauce from the ribs that we ordered a while back, and that is what I just went in with to put on top of these and simmer them together. We love barbecue chicken so much. I don't know why I don't make it more often. I served it with some mashed potatoes and corn, and then those chicken and biscuits on the side. This meal was just so, so good. It's the one that you just don't want to end because it's just so tasty. All right, give this one a try if you haven't. Let me know what you think about those chicken and biscuits. While you have seen me make homemade pizza around here, I'm going to show you one more time here what I'm doing. This time it's a little bit different. So I did not stretch my crust out as far as I normally do. I just kind of made it into a round, and I used some of this Kinder's blend on top before I put it in the oven. This is the Mama Kazi or Mama Cozy, however you say that, from Aldi. It's the pizza dough, and it's like 99 cents there. I've used it about 3 or 4 times now. We really like it, so I went in and just poked some holes. Like I said, I got that Kinder's blend on the top, and then I just baked this off for about 5 minutes or so, maybe less even, just to get a little bake on it before I put my toppings on there. I always most generally do that with my pizza crust. And then instead of using pizza sauce, I'm using this spicy tomato basil classico because I already had this open in the fridge and wanted to use it up. This is 1 pound of Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage with a little bit of onion. I'm going to fry that up to put on top.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell you, mama. I tell you, papa, too.
I shredded up some fresh mozzarella, and I already have that down, but then I went in with just a little bit of this other cheese here in the bag just so I could have a little bit of yellow in there. I usually like to have a little bit of yellow cheese on top as well. Look at this, you guys. This was definitely the best homemade pizza I think I've ever made. It was just the sausage, the onion, the cheese. Oh my word, those are the toppings. It was perfection.
You'll get weary of my touch, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I want you. I wanna let you know.
Alright, because it was plenty cold outside, James decided to pan fry these ribeyes. They were amazing. I actually said this was one of the best steaks I've had in a long time, and it really was. And for some reason we had mashed potatoes and corn. Again, these clips are not in order. This is probably from a different week even, I don't know, but those are some of our favorite sides regardless. This meal was delicious, And James did the cooking, so that made it even more special.
That really makes me wanna speak my mind.
For this meal, I picked up this loaf of French bread with garlic and herbs from Walmart. If you haven't tried this bread, highly recommend. So good. I was wanting a sub sandwich from somewhere, and I was at the grocery store, and I thought, why not just pick up the bread? I knew I had a lot of the components already at home, and how much cheaper, yes, lots, it is to make a sub sandwich at home than to get it from Subway. So that's what we did here tonight. And let me just say, I think it was better than what we could have gotten anywhere else. I love a good sub sandwich. Who here remembers when Kmart was around and when Kmart had sub sandwiches? That might age me, show my age a little bit. But yep, I remember those. I have liked a good sub sandwich since I was a kid when my mom and dad would buy those every now and then. All right, so continuing on, we've got the bread all sliced open here, and we have our spicy mustard on top, and then I'm going to go in with just a little bit of this Olive Garden light Italian dressing. I like the flavor that an Italian dressing adds to a sub sandwich, and then I'm going to add in the mayonnaise. The Duke's mayonnaise, I think, is what I have this time around, and so we're going to get mayonnaise on there. We've got to have some good condiments on this bread to get this thing all flavored up. And I just want to take this time to tell you guys again how thankful I am for you that watch my videos and leave me comments. I'm getting to see some of the same names, people commenting video after video, and it's just so sweet to be chatting with you guys down in the comments. Every time that you visit or leave me a comment, it means the world. I'm getting close to 6,000 subscribers. I'm definitely a slow growing channel, but I am so happy for every single subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the red subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It just will put my videos in your subscriptions, showing when I have posted something new. If you hit the notification bell button, of course, that gives you notification that I've got something new. And so I super appreciate it. And then when you hit the like button, that just tells YouTube that you kind of like what you're seeing, and it helps my algorithm through YouTube. And so all of that is appreciated more than you guys know. Thank you again so much. All right, you can see here I added on some Parmesan cheese. Now I'm going in with some onion slices. I am a big onion fan, love onion. You know the beauty of making your own sub sandwiches, you can just put all the things on it that you love the best in the amounts that you love. So if you want a bunch of onion, pile a bunch of onion on there. It is your sub, your way. That is the great thing about making a sub sandwich at home.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high.
Take a look at this. We added on our salami, ham, turkey cheese, lettuce, jalapenos, pickles, and this thing is ready for the oven. After it came out of the oven, I put on some tomato slices. I probably baked it about 10 minutes till I got my crust on the bread till it's kind of crispy on the outside there. And then I sliced it all up. I can't even tell you how good this was. So good. And of course we didn't eat this all, and the leftovers were really good. We ate it cold, and then I think we put a piece or two in the air fryer even. Oh my goodness, this was worth making at home because it was so good. Well, I thank you again for watching. I hope you got some inspiration to get in the kitchen and make something yummy for yourself and your family to eat. Hope you're staying warm during these winter months here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.